turned on. Let's make sure I got my microphone on. Be on here with a hot mic, like, and be like them civil rights activists. Have a hot mic and be calling people the N word and don't even know the mic on. Make sure the microphone on. Be done call people out their name. Microphone all kind of hot. Oh, y'all can hear me? I'm trying to make sure y'all can hear me now. You know how the civil rights leaders, the mic be on and they be calling people all kind of N words. Like, hey, you know your mic was on. Then you Rev, you ain't know that mic was on? Somebody jumped right on in. How to build character. Do you have a video on being a woman of integrity? I'm pretty sure I got a video on like integrity, probably on the Sunday sermon. So when you go to my channel and you click on playlist, then click on Sunday sermons, and it should be something in there that you can find that's on that topic. Leela, God bless you. God bless you. Means a lot. Bless you. Make sure you put the hashtag Q in front of your question so I can see you. And not sure, I just randomly did this. Not sure how many moderators we'll have. I see Glam Rocks in here. God bless you. Glam Rocks is also a member of the Growth Group, which we started up through Tony Gass's Academy. We just getting started, so we really ain't really got going yet. We haven't had a real call yet. Had a little intro call that was really messing up the other night on YouTube Live. Hey, Uncle Tony, guy has been writing me for a week or two on IG every day, getting to know each other. Has talked about hanging out, but hasn't asked for my number. How long till I cut it off? To be honest with you, that's a new kind of situation for me. You know, I haven't dated in a long time, and with social media today, it's a lot of new norms. So you kind of, it's touch and go on situations like that. You got to listen to your intuition. You're not smoking crack or nothing like that, so your intuition is really sharp. So you'll be able to feel it. But with today being different, with this social media being in place, it's a little different than the old days, you know, when I was dating. So what I would say is, you know, talk to him and see that as a good space to be in that DM, because once he gets your phone number, that's personal space. And that's a place where if he turn out to be Ted Bundy nephew, that could be very draining with this man having your phone number. Now you got to change your whole phone number. Because even if you block him, he still could be calling you from other phone numbers, calling you his number blocked and what have you. So, you know, be comfortable in that space for a little while. Hello, reached out to my baby daddy and he still operates like he did when together. Turn to the courts at this point. You know, when on the court situation, I used to be all for that and really on that, but now seeing both sides of it and talking to more men and seeing how it is, you know, that's a personal choice. You know, you got to know what you're getting into when you bring them people in your business, you know, and it's a lot going on. And I really started to look at that thing and say, well, you know, if somebody don't want to be in your life or your child life without the courts being involved, then do you want to force that type of person to be in their life? You know, do you want to force communication with that person and force, you know, dealings with that person versus just going about your business and being everything that you need to be for your child? And so it's something to think about. And that probably, we have some great co-parents and coaches on mymentor.life that can work with you through that on a deeper level. What's the best way to let a friend go of 25 years? Situationship for 4 years. I allow so much. He keeps calling but don't want a relationship. I waited 8 years and failed. No, for a year now. with something like that, you just gonna have to cut it off. You gonna have to cut it off. It really ain't can't be really cold turkey because it's been so many years. But a situation like that, you gotta cut it off. You know, you just gonna have to have that closure conversation. If you can't have it on the phone, send it through text. Let him know you moving on with your life. Be absolutely serious when you say it, and go on about your business, because that's gonna be, tough there. Should I put in effort to getting into a relationship with my baby daddy? We never actually been together. Got pregnant from a friends with benefits situationship, but starting to like him. Um, no, you shouldn't put in any effort unless he's putting in effort. The gazelle should never pursue a lion, and a lioness should not pursue the lion. So you have to. He done did what he did with you. Y'all got a baby. That's clear cut. If he want to be in a relationship. So now if he's pursuing you, then okay, that's different. But you trying to initiate it and make it happen, you could be barking up the wrong tree. And right now, really, you laying in the bed that you made. And sometimes we want to switch beds after we done made the bed, this particular bed, and that's part of the consequences. So really now it's like a lesson for your friends, your family, your nieces, your nephews. Like, hey, do not be in no friends with benefit situation, because you can mess around and have your bun in the oven, and you ain't even got no relationship with this person. Y'all not even together because y'all was messing around playing house. So at this point, it's a lesson that if it don't work out between y'all romantically, it's the consequences of your choices. And in life, sometimes we just gotta accept the consequences for making the choices we make. Men in my DM keep talking about, why is this the first thing they talk about? I try to shift the conversation without saying I'm abstaining. Well, that lets you know that's the type of man in the DM that you need to cut off immediately. Because if a man ain't even seen you in person and he already talking about like that, that's a waste of your time to even respond. Because that disrespect. Every man know that. Don't no man just come up to no woman on no DM and just start talking nasty. So that's blatant disrespect. And if you entertaining that, then you have to question your self-worth, your self-image, your self-respect. You should never let a man talk to you any kind of way. God bless you. Just ended a 15-year relationship, huh? Oh, friendship with I blocked him on everything. He is reaching out those close to me with messages. I don't want the friendship. What should I do? Help. 15-year friendship. Um, this I really don't know. I really don't know what to tell you on that one, because that's a different kind of man. And so the advice only that I could give on is on the kind of man that I was and the kind of man that I am. And so that he's still a man now, but it just, the mind worked different. Okay, when he want to do that over there, my mind can't conceive that. So I don't know what else goes with that mindset. With that mindset. So honestly, I can't really speak to that, because I don't want to say something and then next thing you know, this man slicing your tires, busting your windows out, playing Jasmine Sullivan music outside the house all night, and you like, Tony said this, because I don't really know what the brother gonna, what he up to. So if you got another one of those kind of friends, he might better understand the emotions and the feelings that they have, But I'm personally, I'm just not sure of the mental makeup of this particular gentleman. Separated 1 year with ex cheated, doesn't want to discuss the or thoughts. Well, you need to talk to a family attorney and see if he need to discuss it. Because if you don't need him to discuss it, then you just could go on to the family attorney and do what you got to do to go around him to go and get it done. 6 years, now wants to marry me. 28, 6 months after I got saved. Now wants to marry me. 6 months after I got saved. He's not. We've been on and off. He's 34. Been trying a lot to work it out. How to know it's real. Ah, on that's when you got to listen to your intuition. Because you in it and you with him. And so what you got to realize on a situation like that is when you get saved and he's not saved, you know, whatever saved means to you, that's your foundation. So if you leaning on the rock and he don't believe in the rock, it's gonna be hard for y'all to build on the rock. It's gonna be hard to build on a firm foundation. So you hold on to and you fight for marriage. You don't fight for dating relationships. You don't fight for anything pre-marriage. When you get all the way and you get married, that's when you really fight for that. But before that, that's your time to leave. So if you see already before you get married that y'all growing in two different directions, then that's your time to leave right there instead of forcing that situation and then getting in marriage and then you still going through more of the same. Because like you said, y'all off and on. Welcome to the new Blessed Tribe members. God bless you now. See, I'm gonna have to go live a little more. Get a couple members. I see people see you on here having this good chat and they standing outside the club. Join the membership. But the only reason why I do that is because I suffered a lot of concussions in college playing football. And it's a little something with my wiring when you get hit in the head a lot that kind of make you feel off. And so when I have a troll in my comments, I literally be trying to look up their name to find out their address, to send them hitters off a troll online. So the reason why I do this right here, so only group members could chat. Because I figure if you pay to hate, you already living in your horrible place. So I just decrease the noise by having only members of the Blessed Tribe can be in the chat. And so that's why I do that, just because for my mental health. I never get approached by men in public or DM. I feel invisible and unattractive. I make sure to appear friendly and approachable. It is discouraging to my self-esteem. What else can I do? Well, sister, sometimes you in hiding. Sometimes you in hiding, you in protective custody from God. Other times is based on what you're telling yourself. So now I can't really see you on here. Let me see if I can see you with my good eye. And a lot of times it comes down to perception. So now you got that red hair. So you look like Charlie Baltimore. That right there could be intimidating to some men because you look like a cutter. You see what I mean? Look like you got that switchblade in your pocket. So it could be something superficial, but then on a deeper level, it could be this what you telling yourself. So if you telling yourself, I feel unattractive. Now, me being a married man, I can't speak to your attractiveness. So, because there's too many people there try to run with your stuff the wrong way. So I can't speak to your attractiveness. So I'm not the one that can really affirm you in that area. You have to talk to your cousin, to your brother, to your daddy, co-worker. But the other part is what you telling yourself. So, and I get this question a lot from women say, hey, men not approaching me. I just can't approach. I can't attract anybody. I'm just this and that. When you telling yourself that, that's showing on your face. So you walking around and you telling yourself unattractive. So now your face is turned up. And a man looking at you, he getting ready to approach you. But you see what I mean? And it's because of what you're telling yourself. So when you change what you're telling yourself and you say, you know what? I am beautiful. I am amazing. The person for me is for me. The day finna be my day. So now you walking, you got a song on your heart. You smiling, you making eye contact, you nodding. So now that self-talk, see, your input determine your output. And then your output gonna determine your income, what you bringing in. So that's what you got to realize. Uh-oh, y'all forgive me. I ain't see people up here. Oh, God bless you now, all the new members. I ain't see the people putting the message up there in the colors. Forgive me. Earth Angel, God bless you. Why do men ask why my baby's dad would give us up? And what's the best way to respond if I left him for being a cheater and toxic? Been asked this multiple times. All seem surprised that I'm a single mom. Now, I'm going to tell you what, that's a compliment. If a man seems surprised that you're a single mom, that's a compliment. And then when you answer it the way you answer and let him know that you love him because he's a cheater, that's a great and good answer. But the other thing that y'all have to realize is I've heard it said before that 70% of men are introverts. So one thing that make a man a little awkward is when a woman come around. So what y'all have to realize is a lot of the stuff that y'all be asking me about, why does a man say this? Why does a man say that? It's really just because he nervous. It's because it's just a conversation piece. He just it don't even mean anything. Like he don't even mean anything by it. He just, you say, how you doing? And he say, you too. And you like, huh? You too. But you ask him how it just men being awkward around a woman. So sometimes a man asks you a question, it's literally just a conversation piece because the alternative to that question. So why your child father walked out on y'all? The alternative to that question is, how does it feel? And you like, what you mean? When you fell from heaven? Because he seen that on a movie. So instead of that corny line, he hit you with a question that really don't even mean nothing. It's just conversation. So everything you hear, you got to take it with a grain of salt. So Yapa, God bless you. My husband and I separated. The end wasn't ugly, and now he's called me to ask silly questions, and he offered to fix my car, etc. Is this a good sign? No, not necessarily. It just he trying to stay in your life, trying to keep you stuck, trying to keep you there. I wouldn't read too much into it. Cam, God bless you. Will a man take a single mom of one seriously who wants to wait till marriage? I feel like men are typically looking for one thing from us. Also, with influencers online telling them that we are low value, what to do? Want to do it God's way. I'm 24. The man for you will take you seriously. So yes, the logical question is, oh, how you don't have aunt when you already got a child? So yes, that's a logical question, but it's just conversation piece. It's like if you saving yourself, a man don't care about that. If he's for you, if that's the man that's meant to be your husband. The man that just coming to get him a nut like a squirrel, he out there climbing through the trees and looking for an acorn, he's gonna have a problem with that. And that's why he want to know if you saving yourself. And that's why I tell everybody who abstinent, don't go telling people your business. Because for one, you don't know if you abstinent. Now y'all hold y'all questions real quick. Let me touch on this right here. For one, you don't know if you abstinent. Because that's a daily battle. That's a daily struggle. So when you say you saving yourself to marriage, you don't know if you truly gonna make it there. because you can't speak for tomorrow. You don't know what you finna feel. You don't know what you finna go through. You hoping you gonna make it there. But see, when you tell somebody that you abstinent until marriage, they go into challenge mode. They go into game mode. And when they mess around and they take you to a level you've never been to, put you on a private jet or take you skydiving, they get them endorphins flowing in a way that they've never flown, and they take you into uncharted territories. You finna be in the Maldives, like I'm finna take my wife over there, and you seeing stuff and hearing stuff and smelling stuff and tasting stuff you ain't never seen. You don't know what you finna do. Because when you done been in that bedroom, it's like riding a bicycle. So that's why I tell y'all, if you abstinent until marriage, that's between you and God. You ain't got to tell nobody your business. Don't put nothing on your forehead that you saving yourself, because it don't get you cool points. It don't get you brownie points. It just make your life harder. So what you doing with your private parts, keep it private. That's your private life. And then the way that the person that you dealing with, the way they find out is when they try to sleep with you and you turn them down. If a man or a woman is trying to sleep with somebody and they get turned down 10 different occasions, it don't take a rocket scientist to sit there and figure out, that person must be abstinent. Celibate. How y'all call it? Celibate. And that's why I tell you, you ain't celibate because you don't even know how to spell the word. Celibate. Have you seen the word before? And so listen to me. When this person is trying you and you taking and you turning them down, eventually they're going to get the picture. And you ain't got to put it on your forehead. You ain't got to put no memo in there and tell them what you doing with your body. Because then you could be setting yourself up for failure. And you telling them you waiting. And now it go to ultimate challenge. And before you know, you might have been waiting. And I've had several people write me and say that they have been abstinent for 3 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, and they lost it. So really, they weren't really celibate. They were just abstaining until the day that they gave in. And the day they gave in is like all that time mean nothing now. So that way, just like the Bible say, don't ever make a promise. Don't make promise. You let your yay be yay, your nay be nay. Because you don't have the power to control not one hair on your head. So when you doing something that's private in your private life, when you fasting, just like the good book said, don't tell people when you fasting. Get up, wash your face, go out looking like you somebody instead of going out with the sunken face and you hunched over and you got to get some attention. So people say, what's wrong with you? Oh, I'm fasting before the Lord. Ooh, I've been fasting. Oh my God. That's the same thing it looked like when you tell somebody you saving yourself until marriage. And that's why I try to get y'all to understand this. But see, this is the thing. The reason why so many of y'all don't listen to me is because you listen to other male coaches who tell you if you abstinent, you need to tell a man on the first date. You need to tell a man as soon as you talking to him, you need to tell him you abstinent. And then guess what happened? Those relationship coaches, I'm not no relationship coach. Those relationship coaches come out life. And I know when the men cheating because they don't give away the whole game to level the playing field the way God sent a man to do. God ain't gonna call you into this and have you holding back some of the game, because the purpose of telling anything is so that we could come together and have a dialogue and build healthy households and healthy families. But see, when you'll know a scammer when they hold back piece of the game, because if this man is not living what he teaching, he's not going to give away the whole game, so that when you meet him in the DM and you ain't never seen his wife online and you tell him on y'all first date that you abstinent, he know to wash his hands with you. But when you do it the way that I tell you to do it, now he play himself, because he don't know you waiting until marriage. And he over there trying to court you And then when he get ready to get him some, he get turned down. Now all that money spent on them dates. That's what you get, sucker, for trying to play the game. That's what you get right there. Nasty clown trying to trick God's daughter. Nah. And then the other thing about it is when you come up to a man, men, we don't fall in love the way women do. We don't fall in love at the same rate because of the man box, because of society, because of these constructs that men are put into. Men don't fall in love the same way a woman does. So when you tell a man all your business who does not love you, it's easy for him to walk away. But when you keep your business to yourself and you don't come tell your whole life story and all of your business, you give this man time to get to know you. He get to know you. He get to feel your spirit. He get to hear your heart. So now when you get ready to tell him something real, he already now love you and really feel for you. But when you come telling all your business on the first, second, or third date, he all right, I'm gone. Just like that. So this is what I'm trying to help y'all understand. Now listen, this is a free Q&A. So y'all don't have to send the questions with the money. And cause see, you see how I'm answering and elaborating them questions, they disappear. So when you pay to ask a question, you got to understand, if I elaborate long on the answer, your question will be gone, and then you sitting over there mad. Oh, running a scam. I sent a question in. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. This is a free Q&A now. So if you do one of them donations, remember, that's a donation. Because I'm answering the question long form. So understand, okay? Hey, Tony, ex-boyfriend left me for baby mama after slandering her. Left me for baby mama after slandering her. Now he treats me like I'm the enemy. Why is he doing that after I was there for him when she tried to destroy him? He just lost, sister. He got the upside down GPS syndrome. And that's something I made up. Okay, so when you hear it somewhere else, you know where they got it from. It's called the upside down GPS syndrome. He just lost. He just lost. And I think I did a video today talking about that. Y'all have to stop trying to make sense of stuff that don't make sense. Everything ain't gonna make sense. Gina, God bless you now. A man professes to be majorly in love, shows all the signs of being in love, but I'm skeptical because I know he comes from a place of brokenness. Can it work? Am I just being insecure? Well, it depends on how long it's been. And you have to question your skepticalness. So if you say you're skeptical, you got to ask yourself, are you skeptical because of his actions, or are you skeptical because of your past? Are you skeptical because of your ex-boyfriend and what he did? So if you're skeptical because of him, because of his actions, then that's totally different. And then everybody comes from a place of brokenness. So if he say he in love and he's showing love, then he may not be as broken as you think he is. Alice, God bless you now. Or at least, God bless you. My 8-year-old daughter love you, Tony, and always want me to ask you a question. So I extended it to her. And she said, ask him to teach me something about God. I'm guessing it's perspective for her. Thank you. How you doing, young lady? God bless you. Thank you for listening to the videos with your mama. And I'm going to tell you something about God. Is that God will always love you. And even when you do things that God does not approve of, God will forgive you and he will love you. But the one thing that God also wants you to do is listen to your mama. And he says that if you honor, which means listen to and love your mother, that your days on earth will be long. So God bless you. Thank you. And you know what? It's the funniest thing to me. Because I've been coaching my clients. And my clients be telling me that these kids know who I am. I was coaching a client today. She telling me about her 5-year-old son. Mama, that's Tony Gaskin. And so, see, that's another reason why I have to skip over the words I be saying. That's another reason I don't curse. And this is what I try to tell people. So anybody who do these videos, this is what I try to help y'all understand. Stop cursing so you can reach the kids too. Because you thinking all the cursing make you sound tough and make you sound cool and make you sound hip. It make you sound dumb. It make you sound crazy because a respectable adult don't need you to curse. But then when you're doing all that cursing, you cut out devout people of faith, because devout people of faith in all kind of faiths, not just Christianity, do not curse because they don't believe in profanity. So now you cut out all devout people of faith, you cut out all the youth, all the kids who their parents don't want them listening to all that cursing, and now you decreasing your message, you decreasing your audience because you so bent on trying to sound tough and cool and hip and to sound ignorant. And that's why I try to tell people, like, yeah, I could be up here cussing like a sailor and could scream me some cuss word together too and cuss somebody out. But I'm gonna be minimizing my audience. When let me tell y'all why I stopped cursing. I watched the Malcolm X movie. Now Malcolm X was a Muslim. I'm a Christian, but the man who converted him in jail on Malcolm X movie, he said a man curses because he lacks the intelligence to express what's on his mind. I was probably a teenager when I watched that movie. I say, listen here, I'll never curse again. You're not finna be on no movie calling me dumb. After I heard that on the movie, I never cursed again. You're not gonna catch me cursing. I don't even say the N word. I used to say the N word because black people, black men think we could say the N word and think we could call each other the N word. I don't even say that. I don't even say that. The P word, when somebody talking about they peed off, ticked off, I don't even say that. I remove all profanity, and I'm gonna tell you, it just blessed my life because it purified my spirit. It blessed my life. It elevate my mind. It helps me to become more articulate, more well thought out, more expressive, and you get deeper. Your wisdom get deeper when you remove those childish, ignorant filler words. Elizabeth, God bless you. Why do some men slowly fade out of a relationship instead of breaking up formally? My ex with mental illness did it. I blocked him. Well, sister, you kind of answered your own question. You know, even though men without mental illness do it, if someone has mental illness, a mental illness is limiting. You know, so the way a person would respond or react or adapt to certain situations when you have a mental illness. I remember talking to a behavioral scientist, and she said, Tony, the reason why these people we work with are labeled mildly retarded is because the normal brain, when pushed to a place of adversity, can adapt and adjust. So she said, if I walk you to the edge of a cliff, your brain is going to see danger and it's going to stop and it's going to walk backwards. She was like, these individuals, when walked to a proverbial cliff, will just go ahead and jump. And she said that's why they are labeled mildly retarded. Now she was talking about this particular group of men that we work with when I was working in the group home. But that taught me something about mental illness, and it taught me something about just, developmentally disabled minds. And so even though it's different in what you're talking about, it still will get a person to a place to where it inhibits them from making the same decision that somebody else would make because of what they're suffering from mentally. So that's one thing you got to understand. Now I know I missed some of y'all question now. Don, God bless you now. God bless you. Christina. So Christina came back with another question. Christina, you need your coach session now. You need your coach session now. No, me don't have $10 me to death now. You need your coach session. I found out my ex cheated on me with his baby mama after snooping through his phone. I used to snoop through his phone a lot. He made me feel horrible for snooping through his phone. Was I wrong? Yes, you was wrong. Because it wasn't your husband. And the only time when you share everything is when you married. When that's not your husband or your wife, then that's an invasion of privacy. Now, see, when you married, it ain't no privacy. because the two become one. So my wife could go through my phone anytime she want to for whatever reason she want to. I don't need a reason. She don't need to give me a reason because I married her and I became one flesh with her. So anything that's mine is hers. Now if she was my girlfriend, then I got my space, she got her space, and we have privacy. And so that's what we have to understand. A lot of people don't understand that. A lot of men who get married to a woman still be hollering about his privacy. No, playboy, you ain't got no privacy. You married. You become one. If you don't want to be one, then you should have remained two. And see, we don't understand that. Do you think my chances of dating are slim because I don't have social media? It's slimmer, um, because a lot of people meeting through online now. But it ain't the end of the world, because it's preferable that you meet somebody out and about. Kenya, God bless you. In Why Men Love Bees, a page read, when you nag, a man sees weakness. True. And don't answer all his calls. Is this book all about games? Yeah, it's all about games. And from what you said, it's all about games. And when you play mind games, everybody lose. And I guarantee you, the woman who wrote it, I hear getting slaughterhouse. I hear getting dog died. I used to see that woman on. I used to see the other woman on Millionaire Matchmaker, and she up there Millionaire Matchmaker was single as a dollar bill. I said, "How you finna match somebody and you single as a dollar bill?" And then I used to watch her on the show, and she used to tell women, she used to give women advice. She told one lady, listen, when you go into that bar, you soiree in there. And you go up to that man at the bar and you put your hand on his shoulder. And you just rub down his shoulder. I say, see, this is why I can't do TV. This is why I can't do TV. All these producers and stuff keep calling me about doing TV shows. I said, man, y'all full of it. That mess is fake. I'm too real for TV. And the lady up there giving horrible advice. You know why? Because she don't know what a lion look like. She don't know what no lion look like. So she literally, instead of having this woman positioned as a lioness, she positioning this woman as a gazelle. See, a lion don't eat a lioness, but a lion eat a gazelle. So that's why I be trying to tell y'all, when you want to learn about a man and the ways of a man, it's going to be women who could teach you some stuff from their experiences, but that's all it's going to be, from their experiences. But if it comes from the horse's mouth, then you gonna know, yeah, just that horse experience, but that horse then ran and galloped and hung around with other men and understand men on a whole nother level. For one, because he got the thing swinging between legs, so it's gonna be a different set of instructions. And that's what you got to understand. You got to be careful when you learning about a man from a woman, and vice versa. A man got to be careful when he learning about a woman from a man, because ain't nobody gonna be able to tell you about a woman better than a woman, and ain't nobody gonna be able to tell you about a man better than a man. But a lot of time we taking all this our advice from people who really don't even understand what we trying to do and where we trying to go. Do you think my chances of dating are slim because I don't have social media? Okay, that question I already answered it. Now, some of y'all, I don't know if y'all listening, do y'all hear I answer your question, and some of y'all get so caught up just hitting copy and paste with that question. I've been dating a man 4 months, very, very respectful, hard working, has his own everything as I do, stay off my back, but he has issues, teeth, so it makes me unattracted. But should I stay? Yeah, you ought to stay, but because he can get his teeth fixed. He get his teeth fixed. And you gonna have to be creative with how you gonna get that out there to him. But people know what's wrong with us, and we know what we need to work on. I used to have two gold teeth on the bottom, two solid gold teeth down here on the bottom. And one day my wife just said to me, she was like, do you want to get those golds taken off? And just like that, she didn't say, you know, your breath real stink because them teeth dead under there. She didn't say nothing like that. But she said, hey, you want to get those goals taken off? Because she might have went and got the job at the dentist just so she could tell me that. And sure enough, they cracked them goals right on off of me for $50 a piece and put me some veneer or some bonding or whatever you call it. He told me it's temporary. It's still down there. I ain't had to get it changed yet. That was more than a decade ago. And so I say that to say, you just have to say, I'm going up here to get this examination, like the a consultation for veneers, just because I'm just not really all the way happy with my smile. Like, but I'm scared to go. Like, will you go with me? Like, will you get a consultation too? I don't need no consultation. I know you don't need a consultation, but I just want to know, will you get a consultation with me? Oh my goodness. So you trying to tell me I gotta get a consultation with you? Yes, it will make me feel good. And so next thing you know, now he going up there with you. He get a consultation, you get you a consultation. So now he finna get his veneers, he finna get his teeth fixed because you finna get yours fixed. And now you got you a good man who got everything that just like you, and now you got his teeth fixed. So see, you don't leave somebody who is good just off of superficiality. You walk away from a person who has bad character. If something just wrong with somebody that you just ain't crazy about, that could be fixed. My teeth was I had a great white shark mouth, but I got braces. I got braces. It helped me out. So sometimes it just and when it was time to get braces, I was 32 years old. My wife, so she ain't say no. You don't need no braces. She said, yeah, okay, yeah, that'll be cool. Yeah. Sent me right on down there. Count going in the negative and everything, making that monthly payment. Stephanie, God bless you. Been with someone about a year and he went to jail. I want to know, is there anything wrong with waiting for him or how I should handle the situation? That's a personal choice. I really don't speak on men in jail because I don't know what kind of criminal he is, and he get out and want to have some problems with me because I told you to leave him because he in there the cage bird singing, and then I got problems in my life. So I really don't advise on criminals. That's a personal choice on what you want to do. You know, he I know why the cage bird sing. So yeah, I really don't give advice on criminals and shooters and all of that because I shoot back and I ain't trying to lose my freedom. So when it comes to the criminals, listen, y'all got to make a decision. Okay. Akila, God bless you. I'm 22, nursing graduate. My boyfriend of 27 switched from full time to part time work because he's in uni, second degree in real estate. Feels shame. He won't earn as much as me until he graduates next year. Relationship healthy otherwise. Well, I tell you, that men struggle with, and the reason why men struggle with this, and sometimes, see, when you're dealing with somebody, what you have to realize is sometimes, like the good book say, my people perish because of a lack of knowledge. So when you state to him, I heard a quote that says, men equate their self-worth to their net worth. Do you agree with that? And how do you feel about it? See, sometimes, like Oliver Wendell Holmes said, when the mind is stretched to a new dimension, it never returns to its original form. So sometimes we suffer just because of a lack of knowledge and we don't understand or know. But when he understands that his self-worth is not determined by his net worth and that it doesn't make him less of a man just because a woman earns more than him. Because societal constructs that says a man should earn more was put in place by male chauvinists. by men who fear women and fear the power and the mind of women and want to keep women down. But it's certain industries and certain places where a woman gonna make more. And it's certain jobs, like my wife was in school to be a doctor. I was in school to be a police officer. Not really a police, but I was a criminology major. How much money you gonna make with a criminology major versus my wife having a biomedical science major? So when she become a medical doctor, she gonna earn more than a police officer and or a detective or whatever I was gonna be. But it's my passion took me over here, her passion took her over there. So sometimes it just depends on what you choose, and we have to be enlightened. Then we come into the knowledge, and then we say, you know what, you're right. I'm judging myself based off of a societal standard that is rooted in chauvinism. It's ignorant. And then you start to feel enlightened because he realized he judging and he about to push away a good woman who ambitious, and then he may pick up a woman who lazy and don't even want to do nothing. So you see what I mean? Sometimes just take a conversation to where you're not talking at a person or trying to teach, but you asking questions. And just like in coaching, people answer their own questions. Coach Laura, God bless you. Hi, Tony. I may start dating again after 3 years. I have a nice shape, but my arms are fat. I feel this affects a man's attraction. Do they care about arms or just the waist, hips, and booty? Well, I'm gonna tell you this. It just depends on the man. One lady come in my DM the other day mad because a lady said, "Do booties matter? Do little booties matter?" And she's a black lady or a Hispanic lady. I say, unfortunately, in your culture, yes, men pay attention to that. Should it be that way? No. But if I would have said no, absolutely not, it don't. I would have been lying because I'm a man and I'm around men, and I know men pay attention to that in certain cultures. But one thing I've never heard a requirement be is a big booty or a nice booty, as I've never heard that from a white man or Asian man. And it's our white who have shapes. But in society, a lot of them would rather not have a butt. And so, like my close white friend, his wife, she have a long. It's just she was picking on herself when we was hanging out. She was talking about how she ain't got no booty and all that, and she happy with it, and he happy with it. And so, and I see that to be the case. So it depends on the man and his culture and where he come from and how he sees that. But at the end of the day, what you have to realize as a woman is that you should never change or worry about you. You do everything you could do to be healthy. So you working out, you eating right, you sleeping right. Wherever your body lands, that's where you supposed to be. But don't go doing all this stuff here for the sake of a man. Because you could change everything about you, and a man still cheat on you. Still don't want you. Still don't like you. So you have to be comfortable in your own skin. And I heard women talk about the arms. I've heard women talk about the arms. And they now have a procedure now that's artistic sculpting, to where they have doctors that they'll stick the little needle in your arm and they'll suck out all of that right there, and they'll contour your arm to your muscle. See how I got this here muscle back here? If you go to this here doctor, anything you got hanging off, he'll suck that right on out of there, and then your arm will just be fit right there to that muscle. So it's a lot of women going to do that because of that's a problem area. And so to each their own. To each their own. If that's what make you feel comfortable, okay, go ahead. God bless you. But when I started hearing about that as a man, I was like, no, I'm not looking at no arms. I don't worry about no arms. Like, okay, all right. All right. I ain't even recognize that. So it just a lot of times what men focus on, women don't even think about. What women focus on, men don't even think about. And so that's why you have to be comfortable in your own skin. Just be comfortable in your skin. Unicorn. Hey Tony, I'm 44, never married. Been single 3 years. Have dated a lot. is there a certain age the possibilities of getting marriage becomes less of a reality? Thanks and God bless. I don't think that it becomes less of a reality. It's on your timeline. You know, everybody's life has its own timeline. So for you, the older you get, the more probable marriage may become, because that's your timeline, that's your life. So you can't. And then some women gonna get married at 18. That's her timeline, that's her life. So if you 44 and ain't never been married, you've been single 3 years, and you good, you comfortable, you breathing, you living, you ain't losing your mind, then your timeline just is different. Your mental makeup is different. Whereas the next woman, had she not got married at 30, she probably would have been in an insane asylum by 44. So our life will give us what we can handle based on our life. So you can't look left and look right and see what the other people doing, because they ain't built like you. So what you got to be doing in your season, don't just wait. You got to work. While you don't just pray and wait, you got to pray and work. So write your book, start your nonprofit, start your for-profit, build your brand. You see what I mean? Go on, get out there and do your thing, and then what's for you gonna be for you. Taking care of, God bless you. Ex-boyfriend started seeing another woman who has my name. He says that he doesn't date her and they are only pals, and she has a boyfriend. Love him, but not willing to continue to suffer. I can't watch him date people. Should I block him at this point? Yeah, you should block him. If you can't handle it, block him. Go on, block him. Block and delete. You know, somebody got a song called Block and Delete. I say that boy messed around and seen my video that went viral that was called Block and Delete a few years ago. And cause that's what I be blocking and deleting. Do you hear me? I don't be playing around. You can't handle I don't let nothing disturb my peace. Block, 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 block. I start reading comments on YouTube, and I felt good not reading them comments. And I went back to reading them a couple days ago, and I got me some good old blocks in. I said, why did I start reading these comments? I need to get it in. Block, block, block. So sometimes that's what you got to do for your sanity. You can't let nobody on social media drive you crazy. Ramika, God bless you. Met this guy from Ghana through a mutual. Nah, this Ghana or this is another country that I don't know about now. Because forgive me now, can they be successful? Yes, they could be successful now because anything is possible. But will it have some challenges? Yes. Will it have more challenges? Could it have more challenges than a same culture relationship? Yes, it could. Because if he want Dolof rice and you want jasmine rice, and then y'all have kids, and then he wanted Jollof, I don't know how you say it now, and I don't know what it is, but I just see it online, the word online sometimes. And my wife, that took some getting used to, because on my side it was like, oh, that's loose. That means you loose. And so, you know, I had to get used to that. So that's where you have to look at the cross-cultural situations. Now, I don't know if the video came back or not, but sometimes when I be watching people play back of their live, they be saying, hey, my video buffering. And I be like, nah, I can hear you just fine. So I just got to talk through it. So some of y'all, it might cut out on you, and it might come back. It cut out on me, and then it came back, but I just got to talk through it. So this here internet. When you're dealing with this internet, you're dealing with this technology, it's just what it's gonna do. So y'all got to, you know. And then my internet been acting up, and my son on the Xbox, my other son on his game, and they stream on the internet. So I'm pulling from internet, they pulling from internet. So, you know, I don't know which one it's gonna do. So let me see. Now y'all hold on. Now y'all sending a little too many questions here. Now I'm getting kind of lost in the shuffle. Tara, God bless you. Phase Food. Guy ended our talking stage in February, claiming it's due to his move out of state for work. He still contacts me on holidays and watches stories. Why? He just bored. It don't mean anything. It don't mean anything. The main thing, y'all not together. He don't want to be together. That's the only point that you need to focus on. Everything else is nothing. Lanina, God bless you. Coco, Key, God bless you. Greatest love. Let me see here. Hi, Tony. How was Jamaica? Amazing. Blessed time. Actually, going back, we went with a friend, but we got to go back with my wife's family. I definitely could kick it with the Queen Gaskins. I have prayed about it, and I am moving back to Texas and starting my business there. Are your t-shirts ready? I could help with that and with your emails. God bless you. Now, one of these days, I'll get the trust to work with folks, but I really don't be, the t-shirt ready now. It's a couple hundred t-shirts sitting right here on the ground in front of me. And every day I think about releasing them. And, but the last time I released them couple hundred t-shirts, they sold out in an hour. And that thing had me so stressed, I turned it over to my wife. Her and my 7-year-old was bagging up them shirts and mailing them. But just watching them do it stressed me out. I said, that's too much work. I can't be working my queen like that. Now, child labor laws, my 7-year-old over there doing all that. So that's why I've been sitting on these here, this batch. I ain't released it yet, because when I release this, I got to do this here work, because I can't do that again to my wife and my son. Now, my son just hit me today for $520, my youngest son, for his video game that he play on the phone. It's $10 a week. I did the math times 52. That's $520 for a video game. So I told him, I'm putting him to work. So I'm going to release the shirt soon, but I just got to get the win. I got to get the win, got to get the mindset, and just got to have me a free day that I'm going to release him. I release them to the Blessed Tribe first, and that's what I did last time. So the general public, the people who not in the Blessed Tribe, they didn't even know the shirts got released because the Blessed Tribe bought them all. So they get released to the Blessed Tribe first. So if you're not in the Blessed Tribe, then you don't get the notifications of stuff. And a lot of times it be gone. Team of God bless you now. God bless you. Thank you to the new members. Debbie, God bless you. Appreciate you. I had an interesting conversation with an individual that claims people think, I think he meant I am a. Just because I am not hanging on a man microphone should not make me a. Why are people so narrow-minded? That's how people is now. That's humans for you. I really don't know why we so narrow-minded, but society constructs. I'm narrow-minded. I think we all narrow-minded in our own way, but just different lanes are narrow. Hi, Mr. Tony. Ex's wife cheated. Reached out to me and says he remembers how solid I was and needs like people around him. Says he is waiting for his wife to come back. Be his friend or not a good idea? No, I had to read again what you were saying. No, don't be his friend. Don't have nothing to do with the past, especially no man. He's looking for somebody to hold him down. It's like, no, but if you need me to be there for you, you should have never broke up with me. Should have worked it out. So go on to your cheating woman. Go on back to your cheating wife. Don't be using me for no consolation, for no rest stop. Absolutely not. Get on my mentor.life and hire you a coach. You see what I mean? Don't let nobody use you like that. Hi, Tony. Should I give another chance to a guy who let me go because he wasn't ready to commit to a woman? We never actually dated, but we got to know each other long distance. Me personally, as a man, I would say no. Don't give a chance to him, because as a man, I know if I meet a woman that I like, that I see some potential in, that I see that this woman could be my wife, I'm not finna tell her I don't want to commit to her and I don't want to be with no woman and I'm not finna tell her that if I feel like she could be the one. So I know me as a man, if I tell a woman I don't want no relationship and I don't want to be committed, I'm also saying you're not the one. I don't want to be committed to you. And then if I go somewhere else and still don't commit and don't meet nobody, and then come back to this woman as the what I call the black book syndrome, to where when a man get bored and he thought he was finna find something and don't find nothing, he open that black book and go back to women that he had in his past. So if he ain't want you then, he don't deserve you now. That's how I look at it. How do you walk away from a 12-year toxic relationship that my kid's father won't let go of? Ones I left, but the kids too still have access to me. I have moved on 2 years now. Let go of ones I left. Says you're gonna need coaching. 12 years. We can't really put 12 years into this here Q&A. How to get better with setting boundaries when dating and friendships. Sit down and write your boundaries out. Write your boundaries out. Put them, on the tables of your heart. And so when you really flesh them out for yourself, you read them back to yourself, your deal breakers, do's and don'ts, that's what helps you set boundaries and you know what to do and what not to do because you've already gone through that. Hey, y'all, God bless you. I only plan to come on here for an hour because it's Friday night, but my house was still kind of working and moving around, and I had just finished working and coaching, so I just plan to come on here for an hour. So I thank y'all for being on here. My internet been acting up, and so that's why it was glitching tonight. And then it was glitching the other night when we tried to use this for the growth group mastermind call. It was glitching, so I'm trying to get me some new internet or reset this here internet. And then when I just used my phone, people was like, "Oh, Tony, the internet was working better." So that's just how it is. This internet be going in and out. So I'm gonna call the old raggedy Spectrum. Spectrum, give me a call. Sorry behind it, raggedy internet. We used to have Bright House Communications, and then Spectrum don't come in here bullying people, and the old raggedy internet be cutting off. I'm like, come on now, all this money paying y'all every month, the raggedy internet. Bree Phillips, God bless you. How to know if a man respects you or resents you when he comes back? Bree, you ain't hear him say I was getting ready to go? So I'm gonna answer the Bree question now. Y'all heard me say I was getting ready to go. That's how my clients be doing me on the coaching call. When we get to an hour, I got to go. I got another call. Tony, one more question for you. Hold on now. This is an hour call. It'd be an hour and 10 minutes. Now, one last thing while I got you. Listen, you don't got me. We over the time limit. That's what I be saying in my head, but I just got to sit there. Just okay. All right, Tony, don't get no attitude now. Don't tell her about herself now. Don't let her know she disrespecting you. Got you way across an hour now. So I just sit there and I try to answer that question just as fast. Yep, sound good. All right, great talking to you. Okay, all right, see you later. All right, bye. And then I'm going to tell you about my client that's over 50. Oh, my goodness. I got a client, she over 50. I got several clients over 50. I get a text the other night about 11 o'clock. My wife looking at me. I'm looking at my wife. I said, look at the phone. I said, this my client, over 50. I say, my clients over 50 is the only clients that text me. I'm like, I don't understand it because they didn't even have cell phones when they was coming up. So why do they be texting you? And my client gonna see this video and she gonna text me, LOL and then Kiki. I heard you talk about on your video, texting me. But that's it. So that's what I try to tell y'all. I try to help y'all from a male perspective to level the playing field. But I don't understand women. I just understand men because I'm a man. Because I live in a man body and I've been around men my whole life, being a football player and a basketball player my entire life and through college. So I understand men. And because I don't play every game as a man, but I don't really understand women. And so I be trying to tell y'all that. And that's why I tell y'all too when people get mad when I say, listen, if you want to know about a woman, ask your woman. If you want to know about a man, ask a man. Then you could cross, information. You could ask other, but you need to go to the source. So that's why I try to tell. I talk about what I know about. Now let me ask Bree questions because Bree could have popped on late. How to know if a man respects you or resents you when he comes back? And that's actually a very great question. That's the last question now. Y'all hold your question. And that's a great question. And so what you have to realize with this is only time will tell. Because when you break up with a man, some men every man will resent you. And he'll be mad because he says, you had the audacity to walk away from me. You had the audacity to leave me. And so some men will get you back just to dog you out. And now my wife, she walking around. So I don't know if y'all can hear me. My wife walking around because she get my boy to bed. But I'm going to tell you the truth. Now, my wife broke up with me when we were dating. She walking around, so I'm trying to. My wife broke up with me when we were dating. When I got her back, I was trying to. I was trying to be nasty because I had resentment. Because I said, oh, you want to leave me? But then guess what happened? So I came back. We were living in sin. And we'll get intimate. My wife is a classy lady. She's a conservative lady. So if she give her body to you, that's a huge thing for my wife. And so when I got her back, because she had broke up with me, when I got her back, oh, she walked around. She just walked down. So when I got her back, what I tried to do was, if we got intimate, I get up and put my clothes on. Get up, put my clothes on. All right, I'm finna go. Yeah, so everything good with you? And she'll be sitting there looking sick. She'll be, huh? You're leaving? Yeah, I'm finna go back to my apartment. I knew what I was doing. But I was doing it out of spite. And I'm gonna tell you what happened. It lasted probably a week or two, and I started to feel bad. Because I was like, you know what? It's a good woman, man. It's a good woman. Like, she broke up with me because I was a punk, because I was controlling. Like, she ain't deserve that, and she don't deserve for me to be being petty and me to be trying to, get back at her. And so I started to feel bad, and because I saw her worth, I saw her value, and I said, this a wife, and this my wife. And so that's just me being honest with you. Now, yes, I was 21. I was 21 or 22, so immature already. And so I say that to say, it's just what you have to do when you take a man back. You got to put up boundaries so that you know. See, a lot of times what happens is a woman will take a man back, and that was the mistake my wife made. Is we got into the bed. When you take this man back, it just got to be courting. Just phone calls, going on dates, and a little peck on the forehead, a little peck on the nose, a little peck on the lips. Can't be no tongue kissing, can't be no feeling and rubbing on all kind of areas, can't be no bedroom action. So that way you get to gauge him and kind of watch him and see if he's going to be consistent with his energy, his effort, and his attitude. And if he's going to be consistent, now you'll see, okay, 1 month, he's still consistent. 2 months, 3 months. By about 6 months, if he's still consistent and showing love, like he has learned, he's grown, he's truly changed, now you can start to kind of ease a little bit. A man who coming back with resentment really isn't going to fake it longer than 6 months. Some will now. You could be an exception to the rule. It's exception to the rule, okay? Can you make a video on women who don't want to have kids? No, I can't, because I'm not a woman, and so I don't understand Women, I don't understand why a woman who don't want to have kids. I don't know what that mean. I don't know why that'll come about. You see what I mean? And so that's why I try to tell y'all. I understand. See, what happens is if a person is truly what they call narcissistic, if a person is truly that, then that person want to be your end all be all. They want to be your everything. They want to be who you come to ask about stocks, relationships, savings, men, women. They want to be everything. What I try to help y'all understand, because a lot of times people think that everybody with a platform is a narcissist. And that's ignorant. That's ignorant. See, for me, I want to stay in my lane. And I only speak on what I'm comfortable speaking on, what I know about. If y'all could ask my members that's in the growth group, a young lady, she asked about finances. And I replied to her, I say, listen, I got the same problem as you. So I can't give you no insight on that. And because me, I don't try to pretend to know something about stuff I don't know nothing about. So that's why I say, and I get it, and I appreciate y'all asking me so many questions and a variety of questions. And I get it because when you build trust with somebody, you want to get that person's opinion on certain things. But I also want y'all to understand in my lane. I'm quick to tell you that's a therapy question. I'm quick to tell you, hold on now. I just seen my phone say my power beats connected. But I ain't got them in here. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Because it just said my power beats. My wife probably done picked up my Beats headphones that's in the room right there and took my sound. I'm wondering, can y'all hear me now? Y'all might can't hear me. Okay. I seen it pop up, say your Beats connected. My wife probably moving my Beats around and connected on my phone. She cleaning up. That's one thing about my wife. When she go to cleaning up, anything, if I turn off my Bluetooth, I'm gonna turn off the whole camera. Turn off this whole live. Anything in the way, when my wife cleaning up, it's going in the trash. Oh, laptop. Oh, laptop. Oh, trash. Oh, your watch. Up, trash. Oh, the bracelet. Up, trash. Oh, you got this a few dollars. Up, trash. I'm like, baby, where my thing at? What you was cleaning? I don't know. Go to the trash. I'm like, babe, can you slow down and cut off that podcast? Women killing everybody, so you can stop throwing away all my. Like, come on now. I got this here watch. I'm getting ready to sell this here watch. This right here, what you call an Audemars. Okay, this is an Audemars. I'm getting ready to. I want to sell this Audemars. Put me some money in my pocket, cause they say the value done went up. I said, baby, where my box at for my Audemars? I don't know. What you mean? I guarantee you, it's one of her cleaning sprees. It done went in the trash. Now ain't nobody gonna believe my watch real. You ain't got the box. It ain't real. Hey, God bless you, cause God bless. I gotta go. Cause I'm here talking about my wife. My wife out there. She moving around. She cleaning up. So I gotta go. Hey, God bless you. We'll talk soon. Y'all take care now.